Welcome back. In part 1, we went to see Villa Bordoni, a rundown villa that Catherine and her then husband David renovated and decorated from scratch around 20 years ago. Now we're driving to Catherine's newly purchased house that she's going to do up over the next years. Watch along and comment with your design ideas.
This is my home. I love it. I feel every time I come back from anywhere, it's home. And Tuscany. And yeah, the more and more I thought, I realized, no, I need to be, this is, you know, there was a period when I kind of wanted to, not really see many people, just do my own thing, just regroup. Yeah. And so I thought, well, I could be anywhere. Yeah. But then I realized, no, it's got to be in this area. And actually I put 2 offers on places, very close to where you are actually. I was also looking, I went to see places in Montespertoli, in Rada, in Castellina.
Okay, so you had actually drawn a much larger circle.
Yeah. It was because I had, my criteria was I wanted 3 bedrooms, I wanted a garden, and I wanted a view. And I was prepared to, it didn't have to be half an hour from Florence or half an hour. I don't mind driving. I also started to look for things that were kind of, that I would have to do up as well. I was very, 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 very open. I love a challenge. I really wasn't, I think a lot of people think, like a single woman in your 50s, really? You want to be somewhere kind of like remote and you might actually have to do some work and, I'm not saying physical work, but you don't want a place that's all kind of like key in hand. Didn't care at all.
Yeah.
And so I'd seen a couple of places and, but because I've got the dogs as well.
Oh yeah.
And they're young, they're my beloved dogs. I mean, Rory's going to be, he'll be waiting to see you and he's wet. And he's 7, big Maine Coon cat who's 6, and the little West Highland Terrier who's 5, Bonnie. And they make a noise and Bonnie barks at everything that moves all night. And I needed a place as well that they could be safe, and so it was crucial for me to have a garden that I could just open the door and they could be outside, because when I lived in Montefiorale as well for 2-3 years there, I had no garden. I had to, it was up, lots of stairs and this gorgeous little apartment, one of the most beautiful apartments. It was the most beautiful apartment in Montefiorale with the Ponte Sospesa. It was incredible. But having, 2 dogs, it was, constantly in, out for, bathroom stops. So that everywhere I saw so far, maybe there hadn't been enough privacy as well, because I wanted privacy. I didn't want immediate neighbours. So, and then this came up. Actually, David saw it, and I thought originally I didn't want to come and see it. I was like, no, I don't like the house. It's sort of like a bit funny, modern looking. But he was like, go and see it, because to find a house on its own, and it was everything, 3 bedrooms, garden, spectacular view. He said, go and see it. And just when I got here, I thought, oh my God, yeah, this is it. Dogs!
Oh.
Yeah, their namesake.
They're not very scary. Hello.
Yeah. And the view is just...
It is incredible.
Okay. Lovely. It's just, everything's been...
And I mean, this is on a rainy day.
So that's
gorgeous.
That's Panzano, right on the top there.
Yeah.
And then that's Vignamaggio.
Yeah. So where Mona Lisa lived.
Indeed.
Indeed, she did. Well, it's appropriate, isn't it?
And then Greve is somewhere.
Yeah.
Down there.
Well, that's okay.
Down there.
See it.
So I've got, sunrise is there, so Lamole is up there, and then the sunset's there. So I see everything. Yeah. So it's just incredible. Yeah. And I mean, this is as bad as it's been. So I've already done
Hello, Rebecca.
And there's the cat. So I've pretty much, yeah, just started to move in a little bit, you know, outside, but because I moved a month ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, just over, yeah, not more than a month ago. And it's just been so hot.
Yeah.
I've just been living outside. So it's been a case of, okay, morning sun, it's okay there, I'm still in shade. Then I have kind of like about 11 o'clock, I can, you know, be here.
Yeah.
Here is in full sun, but then in the evening, I'm always having sort of like evening meals
Yeah.
here. Unfortunately,
Yeah, there's this.
do you know, this tree's got to go.
Cypress tree,
Well,
but it's right in front of.
Yeah, and it's not really
Front
that
door.
beautiful.
Wow.
No,
It's a female, isn't it?
yeah, and there's another female there.
Yeah.
And then there's a pointy one at the back, that's a
Yeah,
male,
yeah,
go figure.
Yeah. There it is. That's the pointy one. It's a male.
Yes,
So this will have to go. We'll have to sacrifice it.
yeah, and I think also the one on the other side,
Yeah.
because I had, you know, builders were up the other day as well. I mean, and these are not precious trees. But they get sick and they dry up, and it's too close. They're far too close.
Yeah.
If, I mean, you know, there's forks of lightning coming down here all the
Yeah.
time. If that gets hit,
Yeah.
and
And it falls the wrong way.
yeah, and also it's, you know, if it falls
On someone.
the right way on a really irritated person, but it's on me. So
Go in.
I had the previous owners were so conscious about security, which, you know, they every time they went out, they sort of like padlock.
Wow.
I don't, but it's quite, you know, if I go away for you know, like weeks,
Yeah.
then it's not a bad thing.
No, it
But
But it does look. The problem is the look, perhaps, because it goes a bit jaily. So what do you want to do with this?
well, do you know, I'm going to paint it because already, I mean, often it's open,
Yeah.
and already I painted that.
And that is a complete. Well, now it's hard to see because we're inside, but it's like this grey color instead of black. It's
Yeah.
beautiful.
So, and I could even go slightly, I mean, that was a grey that I got off the shelf. I could even, like, you know, tone it up just slightly, even slightly lighter.
Yeah.
And then it kind of,
You don't see it as much.
you don't see it as much. So I'm not sure, because you see there already,
That's
when you're looking at that,
that's
it's kind of,
completely
yeah.
different.
So I'm not sure, yeah, about these, because what I'm going to do when I take away the tree, I'm going to sort of fill in the roof
Yeah.
so that it, you know, it kind of like follows that line, and then put in a glass front there
Yeah.
so that this will become a porch.
Yeah.
So there's already going to be that, then that. I'll see. I mean, if it's open, it's actually quite useful for keeping dogs out.
There you go.
Although small one comes through, cat comes through. And then this one, the other day, I had this closed and I had this closed. And then he put his paw through the grill and then opened that one and then came all the way through anyway. He's so naughty.
All right, so this room here,
So this, yeah, I'm going
the
to...
way you found it was...
The way I found it was there was a curtain over here and this was it, just this tiny little...
This is the kitchen.
This was the kitchen here. They had that window completely closed and they had sort of things over it. Had never been opened. That window was all closed up. And they just, you know, and this oven...
This is where they...
This oven is brand new but 20 years old. They had never turned it on. So when I opened it up, it still had, you know, like its instructions and stuff.
Oh, that's great.
So this is it. This is this is my kitchen.
At the moment.
At the moment. So, and it's, you know, I've been on my own for the last 3 weeks, but my daughters have just arrived back. So suddenly you have to wash your dishes.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nowhere actually to leave all your filthy stuff. So,
Yeah.
so no, the first thing I'm going to do when I get my pennies together is, this is all going, then I'm going to, fit in, so this area I'm going to have like, I want to put the sink under here because I want to be able to have this view. So I'm going to have like a surface, you know, here and built-in cupboards, probably, you know, open glass front, because also there's not that much wall space here because there's a lot of windows.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have there with glass-fronted shelves and a counter here, so a sink here, And then I can have a full counter all the way down to here. So this part will have beautiful big surface for my kitchen. Here I'll put in a stove, a big stove, like a double oven, and minimum 4, if not 6 burners, because I want to start having guests and cooking again and having parties and living outdoors. So, and that is my passion. So that's going to be really important. So I'm going to have my stove here. This is, of course, this gorgeous old table that I found.
That's yours.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can tell.
And
Straight away.
Yeah, that stays right here. I need another couple of chairs. And then here I'll probably put a big old fridge. Maybe like get a Smeg or something.
Yeah.
A big double one, so that it's not something just sort of stuck there, but also because I don't want here, because I don't have any wall space. That's the thing. There's no, here I've currently got it over the window because I don't know where else to put it. And if it goes there, then it cuts up. It leaves me only this tiny little space. And then if I have to also do you need the depth. So it doesn't give me anything here. Yeah. So I think I'm going to put there a nice big double fridge there. And then here I've already found with the carpenter a beautiful old credenza, big dresser. He's going to give it to me as it is. It's mahogany, but we've tried to strip it back a little bit, and it's a beautiful light-coloured mahogany. So rather than him selling it to me finished price, which would be crazy, he'd probably charge me $1,500 minimum. He'll give it to me, like a basic price, because I'll do all of the work. I'll strip it and restore it. And so that's going to be, yeah. I do, all of the winters when the hotel was closed, I would just kind of restore furniture. Because David.
That's pretty cool. I should come back and.
David was always, buying stuff, all these old tank, and I would restore them. Because this works, and it pulls really, really well. So for the time being, I've put all sort of my, sort of favourite things that I've found and bits and pieces. But I'll see how cold it gets here in the winter, because I kind of have an idea. I mean, I think, in the winter, I'm going to put, my little chair here, and having an open fire could be wonderful. Also cooking over it. Yeah. So I just want to see that, because also having the dogs, I don't want them coming in and stealing sticks and stuff in the middle of the night, because Rory makes such a mess. So we'll see. And I also kind of like it like this. Yeah. So this was the original. I mean, the house was, I guess, built in the 60s, but this part was the original part. Then this was added on. So in here, actually, even in these 2 months where it's been so hot, here has stayed really, really lovely and cool. And there's there's a window there which would give even more light. Yeah. It's just, in fact, until today, everything's been. So this is becoming the living room. Mm-hmm. I've also I'm going to get a stove for here. This also works really well. So I'm actually going to rather than do an open fire, I'm going to have a wood burning stove here, which will pump out an awful lot more heat. So I've got a sofa coming. I've already, the same people that the upholsterers, that did all of the work in Villa Bordoni. I've chosen fabrics, and I've got a sofa that's coming here. Yeah. And then I've got a couple of beautiful old leather armchairs that were all, consumed and had to get, recovered. So we're going to see if we can save the leather, or put maybe some like brown velvet or something on them. But I'll have they're kind of like club chairs, but very, very old ones. So they're going to go. I'll have one of them here, and then in here. So this is my sort of office area. Although inevitably, as we all do, just use your laptop outside or your phone in bed. But the idea is this is going to be my office area. I was toying also with, would I put like a glass door here? But no, because then it will kind of like piece it up, and it's lovely having kind of like the open flow. But what I'll do is have this decorated very differently. Here I might even do something quite dramatic, or like fake tent stripes or something. Yeah. Paola was with me the other day and we were, you know, thinking, you know, how, because it's high as well. So not long stripes anyway, because it'll make it sort of too high, but something, or maybe even big horizontal stripes. Anyway, here is going to be fun. I've got a spectacular chandelier that's going there.
And where do you want to do all the wall painting? Is that in here?
So all wall painting in here and in here.
Okay.
Here I'm thinking, I kind of think red. Reddish, raspberry reddish, but with kind of also, you know, maybe patterns on it. But again, that's very much with Paola. Yeah. That wall is, I'm having built-in library wall. So the carpenter Giacomo is going to do, you know, I'm not going to use old wood because I'll paint the wood. Because I have got, you know, books sort of everywhere. There's a lot of books. We're big readers. Then I'm going to have all of the artwork all here. So collected, mixed, you know, paintings, stuff from my parents, stuff from Tabby, stuff from Baldovino. Do you remember these? Do you remember? Do you remember these? There was a series of the, yeah. So I've got all of those.
Oh, yeah.
So I need to find a home for them. Yeah. And also, do you remember the logo for Baldovino?
Oh, yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
The painting right there.
Yeah. And then my favourite one of Heather's.
Baldovino was, by the way, was the name of it.
Oh, the very first.
Yeah.
Where Rebecca first started working with me.
Yep.
This also, so this is a collage, the same painter. Now, Heather McReynolds, she used to be, because we met her back in the day in Baldovino, she was the art teacher at the International School of Florence. And this was something that she did later, and it's called Villa Dreaming. And I have had it. I bought it, I don't know, 15 years or so ago. And it's everywhere. And this is the colour I want to do for the outside of the house.
Oh, yeah.
And a kind of Provence grey. And these are things I always think of. It's incredible, this, because it's got like a perspective. It's a collage, but with perspective, because it's got oil painting on top. Anyway, that is the colour that I want outside. Yeah. Because I didn't mention that is this horrible sort of pebble dash. But in fact, one of the builders is coming tomorrow, and we can treat it. It needs to get, you know, like cleaned, and then you put a kind of mesh on it, and then you can put an intonical, a plaster on top of it that sticks. Because I was worried doing something that then all start peeling off. Yeah. Because it's like, you know, two different ones on top of each other. But he said, no, we can definitely do a thing. So I'm going to get the whole of the house plastered, so that then I can paint it that colour, that very specific colour there, because that is my Villa Dreaming.
It is.
Yeah.
That's your inspiration.
Yeah. So this is the bedroom. Now this was a part that was added on to the original part of the house. And this is actually quite hot, because the sun beats down on every part. But I have the most spectacular view from here. So I wake up and I can open the door into that. It's incredible. I had thought, you know, well, should I move this? Put my bed here so I could just be facing the view. I don't know. What do you think?
We'll ask the viewers. Where do you think the bed should be positioned? And don't forget, there's a radiator on the wall.
I mean, the radiator can go.
It could, but you might need it in the winter, so you'd have to move it somewhere.
Oh no, I'd move it somewhere else. Yeah. But for instance, you know, there's this. It could go under there. Yeah. I mean, because this part, you know, it's not a problem if I have to, you know, run a few wires, pipes. I'll see. Anyway, the builder's coming tomorrow. Yeah. I mean, I kind of like, it's sort of like got bigger, it's got the sides, but I don't know, but just the thought, it was actually Paola who said, the painter, the decorator, who said, you need this. You need to be looking at that. That is your frame. That is where you're lying in bed and you're looking when you wake up and you see that.
I think
propped up in bed.
I think I agree with her. But I'm worried about moving.
Yeah, and I'll see how much work would be involved.
Yeah.
If it's a case of, you just unplug it and then.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah. But also I could look into getting, like a split, a fan coil.
Yeah.
Because anyway, I was thinking about, I'm really against
You could also have the
air conditioning, but in this room, it needs it. Everywhere else in the house is absolutely fine.
Yeah.
But here, so I was thinking I could put a unit underneath there. So it's already got the alcove, and I could do like a,
Yeah.
I mean.
So we're going to put in the air conditioning, we're going to move the bed. And get the
Remembering though that when it gets really cold, you need the gas heating, the GPL.
Yeah.
The fan coil don't do it.
No.
So, but that's what I need technical advice, and I need to live a winter.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I'm used to living in the freezing cold, and I'm prepared to kind of, currently sacrifice creature comfort. But who knows? This is I'm planning to get old and die eventually
Very
here,
long time.
not from cold and starvation, eaten by my dogs. But I'll see how the winter goes, and then I'll ask. Yeah, I've got the builder who's the builder that did Villa Bordoni.
And plus, you don't have to do everything at once.
Exactly, just need to live it. And the bed, there's nothing, architectural. It's I can just move it. I can think. So I'll find out about that.
Yeah.
It's a nice, and maybe when I'm actually in there, maybe it'll be a bit kind of too here. So we come in here and then immediately
jump into bed.
Yeah. And there won't be the space on the side, so we'll see.
Yeah.
But even though when I get up in the morning, though, I come here. And
I know, it's gorgeous.
I sit outside there.
Yeah.
So it's not like I'm that far away from the view. It might also mean that I just stay in bed for days, staring at the view. Whereas I actually have to get up to see it. Yeah. So there's also that to consider. Do you want to see the bathroom?
Yes.
Okay. Bathroom needs a lot of work. So this actually, from the plans, because this was the original part of the house, and this used to be the kitchen. This is down on the planimetria as the kitchen.
This was the kitchen.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like this tiny. Maybe this is why they lived behind a curtain.
It could be.
But actually, I don't think they put that. I think they bought it already. But this was the kitchen. Because like in the Italian way, the kitchen was not important.
Yeah.
Like the nonna, the mum was there, but they didn't sit and eat in the kitchen. Then there was a separate dining room. So the actual preparation, it wasn't that family room that, not even young Italian, it's very much, it's a different culture.
Yeah.
And in my culture, it's just, the kitchen is where it's all at. Is there everything? Yeah. The kitchen table is everything. That kitchen table is where you do everything. Yeah. And anyway, this is now
not a kitchen. Not
a kitchen. It is a bathroom. Yeah, I won't be cooking in here. Perhaps when I do the kitchen, I might have to shift some equipment in here. So no, here, not like at all. But I've kind of made the best of it.
Yeah. And it's super functioning.
Super functioning. No, and actually there's some, do you know what? Yeah, no, these I really like. Yeah. Whereas they said to me, of all of the things, they're like, oh no, sorry, we didn't have time to take them away. They're really irritating. You have to clean them all the time. I really like them actually. Yeah. So these are actually really beautiful. Yeah. And these are really good.
Very nice. Double. It's great.
Yeah, I'll take one out. Right, small dog, not allowed. Meant to be other side of fence. Bonnie, Tab, can you close the fence, please? Yes. So this I'm going to completely gut in the future because I want a shower.
Storage.
That goes under, that's the only storage. There's a washing machine in there, which is a little bit kind of like, but for the time being.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I don't like these.
No,
these have to go. Yeah, but they serve nothing anyway. Yeah. So, the rail, one needs. Yeah. But these, it's a bit of that. They're handmade, but to somebody else's taste. It's, the Giglio Florence, but rivisitato. Yeah. But I don't like the way it's visiting. So I shall be removing it. So There's
lovely with the
surface
floor.
area. Yeah. No, this I like.
Yeah.
Here I'm going to have to put a trapdoor with a ladder that comes down because here there's a big loft.
There is.
Yeah.
Wow.
But the only way to access it is outside on the roof, and that's what the man did. And he said, he told me that there's extra terracotta tiles and there's extra bathroom tiles. Not that I'll need them.
And
He said, but they're in the
like a
roof.
treasure or something.
Well,
Who
you never
knows?
know. Well, mine, because he was like, he stored away everything. But and I'm like, oh, interesting. So if I need to get the terracotta, I have to climb up on the outside of the house and go up through past that tree. That's how he did it.
Yeah.
Like, so no, I'll be putting a trapdoor
Yeah.
and a ladder.
Yeah.
Because there's not that much storage room.
No.
So here, big bathroom.
Big bathroom.
So that's, I mean, having 2 bathrooms, I mean, that's amazing.
Yeah, it is. It's great.
And it's got
And they're both big.
aerated, and they've all got, you know, with the, downstairs I had one of the windows closed again, because that one looks onto the road, so I have to also, actually on the road I want to, you know, put the gate with, I'm going to get the fabric to come and, you know, like cut out pieces of metal to solder on, so it closes off, so you can't see through it, because otherwise you can actually see through everywhere. I mean,
It's amazing.
so this is a tiny room.
Yeah.
Tabby, being daughter number 2, has been told this is her room this time. She's always had the bigger rooms in all the other houses. But look at that view.
Yeah.
It's insane.
It is.
So here what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a bed, like a built-up bed, that comes from here. So basically I'll still get, the width will be like 125 centimetres finished. Like a standard size single is 80 centimetres. So that's already, it's, I think a king, at least king in American sizes is 150. So it's not, it's like about, a bed and a half.
Yeah.
So it's not bad.
No.
And what I'll do is I'll build it up in wood with a frame and then put the drawers underneath it.
Yeah.
And then put like bookshelves up there and then a light so that it covers, it'll be this lovely snug with cushions around it as well. So it's a sort of like a sofa area. And then that gives me the rest of this size. So then I can put in a wardrobe.
Yeah.
I mean, a small one.
So it's a smart way of using such a small room, but if you get it like all figured out with the space.
Yeah, because then, I mean, it'll actually have, like a no smaller than a lot of bedrooms. I won't get a really, it doesn't need a huge wardrobe because also it's effectively, an extra bedroom.
Because the girls don't live here.
But if I build it up, to about here, then I can get a substantial amount of drawer space there. And then I'll have, like a little stair king up. And I'll have my carpenter make it, and so we'll make it look really cute. I don't know if maybe I'll put a curtain on it or, so that's something that's really fun. But that's definitely a secondary project.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, the lighting, when people move, they always leave you the most attractive. But at least they left light bulbs. Someone was telling me the other day that when they bought, the lovely people that left here, though, they said the place that they bought, they didn't leave, they took everything and didn't even leave, like, light bulbs anywhere.
Yeah, no, I heard of that. They take away everything, even like toilets and everything.
Yeah, I mean,
So at least you have something to
it's
go
like
on.
it's so antisocial. It's such a sort of an unpleasant thing to do. Whereas they were amazing.
Yeah.
And they left things like, from the old bathrooms, like the broken toilet seats. They bought 2 extras for me because they said they're a bit broken. Here's 2 to change. I mean, they were so lovely about leaving things.
Yeah. And here we have bedroom number 2, but
There's daughter number 1, isn't there?
Yeah.
That's
So
left.
that was bedroom 1 then.
That's bedroom 1.
Yeah,
obviously,
yeah.
daughter 1. But that's
Anyway,
much bigger.
Yeah.
You'll see that another time.
Well, this was absolutely wonderful to see. And I can't wait.
My little birds.
I love when there's, you can start to envision how it's going to be in the future and all these little projects that you'll get to work on personally, which is
because I'm so
wonderful.
excited about it. I've got all these things I want to put up.
Yeah.
Like, look at this. I've got to find a place for this.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. It's gorgeous.
Isn't that gorgeous?
Yeah.
So I will find a wall
Yeah,
space
yeah,
for that
yeah,
somewhere.
yeah.
For the time being, it's there.
Yeah.
I sometimes hang things on it. that fall.
Just to get the joy.
just to use it. I want blues and whites, maybe going into lilacs. But that said, I've got to think about. That's why I've already kind of slightly covered here.
Yeah.
And then the pool here,
Yeah.
because this is the view. So I'll need to move. I can like move these couple of olive trees. Those I'll move. That I'm not quite sure it is. It appears to be the cat's bathroom. And then the pool is going to come out here. So it's like a horizonless pool, infinity pool.
Yeah.
I can see it all, gorgeous.
Your queendom.
Indeed. My animals just love it.
Thank you, Catherine.
You're welcome.
Mwah.
Oldest friend in
Our
Italy.
oldest friend in Italy. Isn't that crazy? Thank you so much
You're
for
welcome.
showing your new house, well, new old house, and your project. I think everybody will really love it, and I think we'll have to come back and see what
Definitely.
happens.
During and after.
Yeah. So, I can't hold this still.
Wish me luck.
Yes, good luck. Leave a comment below if you have a good idea for design,
Yeah,
right?
no, please.
And follow this channel for more of this stuff, because we'll be back.
Bye.
Ciao.
Ciao.